Barb and John were sitting at the table on the other end. And when you were here, I couldn't hear everything you were saying. So John started asking me questions about the ages of us when my dad died. And somehow he asked what the dynamic was between all of us and what happened. And it reminded me of a story, and I was too chicken to do it in front of the camera. So I thought I'd tell you, because I told Barb and John, and I wanted Jeff to hear it too. So 75 years ago, when I was 8 or 9, and my dad died. It was obviously a sad time. It's a rough summer, but when you're that age, the only thing that matters to you is Little League. And for me, Little League was everything. Baseball, and I was a big baseball player. I was a huge kid. I was 4'1" and 65 pounds, and I was a threat on the mound. And at that time, my Little League coach arranged the rotation of pitchers, because I was a big pitcher, to allow you to pitch on your birthday. So on my 9th birthday, which I'm pretty sure was the year my father died, I was 8, when he died, and so it was right before my 9th birthday. And of course, I'm on the mound like Bob Gibson, very intimidating, just like Bob Gibson, except for being Jewish and black, but I was the same. And I was peering down at the batters and intimidating them from the mound. And I'm throwing heat because I was a good pitcher, 33-mile-an-hour fastballs and everything. And so I remember having a good game and it being a big deal. And after the game, I looked up in the stands and you were there. And you had your camera around your neck, and which was odd for you because you never had your camera. And so a couple days later, you gave me a 5x7 or an 8x10 black and white picture of me in full Sadie Koufax stretch, releasing the ball like a big Bob Gibson type pitcher. And it's just a really nice memory that I have. And it was a nice thing for an uncle to do for a kid at a tough time. And it's a nice memory that I have. And I know, as a sort of a postscript to the story, I know that the Sports Illustrated was after that picture. The cover was really a big deal. They wanted it, but you're a tough negotiator and you wouldn't sell the rights. But Jeff tried to mediate. He's got no talent, so he couldn't do it. But I don't even have the rights to the picture. I would have printed it out, but I do have a copy of it.
Well, let me see it.
And I thought you might want to see this, because this is something.
That's a great picture.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent photographer.
I think so. Your father...
That's a true story.
Your father died in Philadelphia. And I remember your mother. I was in the room when he died. And I said goodbye to him. And your mother wanted to go home that night.
Were you the lemon cake?
And I was exhausted. I was driving. And I said, all right, come on, I'll take you home. And the one thing I fell asleep at the wheel for seconds, just seconds. But to this day, I remember it because it kept me awake for the remainder of the trip. And I remember, well, anyway.
Well, I'm glad I had a chance to tell you that story.
Yeah,
I don't know why it came up, but it sort of came up when John was asking those questions.
That's a good picture.
It's a great picture, and not many kids who really love that time of their lives have a picture like that. And there's not many uncles that would have been there to take that picture. So thanks.
You're very welcome.
And you flew down to Dickinson, to Carlisle, to take me to Philly, so I could see my dad before he passed.
I remember a couple trips we made.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Look at him, freaking intimidating. 3'9"
with Alan Kruger.
Yes.
trying to figure out exactly what
To
that
Beach
grip was
Haven.
on.
I was throwing fucking.
I was a much better athlete than him, and he never came to my basketball game.
Anyway, I want to do this. And your sister wanted.